Marlene Ames, a dedicated employee of the Ohio Department of Youth Services, found herself at the center of a legal storm. She claimed reverse discrimination, alleging that her employer passed her over for promotions because she's heterosexual. Her story is a tale of two promotions, both of which fueled her lawsuit. In 2019, a position opened up. Ames, with her years of experience, felt confident. However, the department chose another candidate. The successful applicant was a gay woman who, according to Ames, lacked a college degree that was seemingly required for the role. This perceived snub was the first blow. Then came another hit. Ames was demoted. The department gave her position to a gay man. This action solidified her belief that she was being discriminated against based on her sexual orientation. The promotions felt less about merit and more about fulfilling a diversity quota. It was a bitter pill to swallow. Feeling deeply wronged, Ames decided to fight back. She filed a lawsuit against the Ohio Department of Youth Services. Her claim reversed discrimination. Ames argued that she was a victim of a system that favored minority groups, even at the expense of qualified individuals like herself. The Ohio Department of Youth Services didn't take the allegations lying down. They mounted a vigorous defense denying any discriminatory practices. Their stance was clear. Ames wasn't passed over for promotions because of her sexual orientation, but because of her performance. The department argued that Ames lacked the necessary leadership qualities. They claimed she didn't possess the vision required for the promotion. Furthermore, they stated that she hadn't been proactive enough in addressing a critical issue within the juvenile correction system, sexual violence. This lack of initiative, they argued, led to her demotion. The department needed someone who could tackle these sensitive issues head-on. Ames, they claimed, simply didn't fit the bill. Their defense rested on their assessment of her work, not on her sexual orientation. The department maintained that their decisions were based on merit, not on fulfilling any diversity quotas. They presented themselves as an equal opportunity employer. Their actions, they argued, were justified and in the best interest of the department and the youth they served. The legal battle began, and Ames's case faced its first hurdles in the lower courts. The judges, after reviewing the evidence and hearing the arguments, sided with the Ohio Department of Youth Services. They dismissed Ames's lawsuit, leaving her feeling defeated. The lower courts, in their rulings, cited a lack of what they called background circumstances. This legal term essentially meant that Ames hadn't provided enough evidence to demonstrate a pattern of discrimination against heterosexuals at the department. It wasn't enough to claim she was treated unfairly, she needed to prove a systematic bias. The Sixth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals upheld the lower court's decision. They agreed that Ames hadn't met the burden of proof required in discrimination cases. Her claims, however compelling, lacked the concrete evidence needed to prove a pattern of discrimination within the department. The road ahead seemed bleak for Ames. Despite the setbacks, Ames refused to give up. Her legal team appealed to the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court. The court agreed to hear her case, setting the stage for a landmark ruling on reverse discrimination. The Supreme Court's decision to hear the case signaled their interest in a crucial question. Is the background circumstances requirement valid? Can courts demand this level of evidence from majority groups alleging discrimination? Or does this create an uneven playing field, making it harder for people like Ames to prove their claims? The court's decision has the potential to reshape discrimination law. A ruling in favor of Ames could redefine how courts handle reverse discrimination cases. It could impact the way employers implement diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, potentially leading to increased scrutiny and legal challenges. The nation held its breath, waiting to see if the highest court would validate Ames's fight or uphold the existing legal framework.